Salutations, spooks and spirits and specters, and welcome to the stream. Welcome back to more American Truck Sim for the day. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. More jobs, more cargo deliveries, etc., etc. They gotta go fast. Corporations gotta make its money somehow. Apparently made over almost $400,000. Let's go. Yes. Hello, everybody. Let's get started in. I am just gonna set up the music thing here real quick, but hello. How's everybody doing? All of you, open. How's the audio? I don't know why it was that loud. There, how's that? There we go. There we go. There we go. Random video game soundtrack type music from the hard drive. Hello, Auntie. How's it going? Hello. I need to go in my corner, don't I? There we go. I'm in the corner now. There we go. Yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. Not quick job. Freight market. The freight market. In Billings, huh? In Billings, huh? You're doing okays and sleepies? Ah. Oh my gosh. Delivering acid? Let's deliver acid. That's quite a chunky bound of chunky change. What else do we got? Almond boxes. You know what, we're just gonna do, we're gonna deliver acid. We're gonna deliver some acid. That's right, I was like, I'm gonna park over here by the, I have to park over by the trash can so that way if any new cargo spawns in, it wouldn't be right on top of me. There we go. Let's go find this lovely acid job. Excuse me, car. You weren't looking. So the chem factory right over here. Yeah. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Getting my ears blasted by Dead Rising soundtrack. Dead Rising, this is the track that plays when you fight Adam the Clown in the first game. I don't know if they changed it in the remake. I don't know. I haven't played it. Seemed pretty meh. Gonna be really cool fan-made Manhunt film? Really? 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 Oh, it's that one, huh? That one, huh? The Assassin's theme? I don't have that one, I don't think. That's a lot of acid I'll be bringing in. No, we could probably drive around here like this. 3 trailers worth of acid. Honestly, to me, it's like I barely remember any, except for like the generic, like the mall music, the Willie random mall music. Adam's theme is like the only other song, the only other like in-game thing. The only other thing I remember, I enjoy and remember from Dead Rising 1 is the end credits song, Justified. Three fucking trailers. 3 trailers. Man. This is the Super Punch-Out credit music. Concurrently. Wah! Make you want to play Euro Truck Sim too, well, I would say go for it. Go for it. Enjoy the gamingness. Do the gameage. Do the gameage. Do the gameage. Doink. That means you have to leave. I guess the hardware's not powerful enough, is it? Is that it? Me over here. I listen to my friends and they're talking about how they're playing their game on one monitor, they have things on another monitor, they have another thing on another monitor, and me, I'm just over here like with my solo monitor. I'm like, I gotta use my phone to read chat. And they're like, oh, but Blue, just get more monitors. Like, but my desk's not big enough. My desk is not big enough. Yeah. Womp womp. It is what it is. It do be what it do be doop doop doo doo. Super Punch-Out was a fun game though. I enjoyed it. Like, the only thing I don't like is there's been a consistent bug I've encountered with a Super Punch-Out, and it's like every single time I go up against Mad Clown, the game crashes and I have to restart it. So annoying. Such an annoying bug. We're not doing the way station. Shut up. Give me back my map. Can't fit any more monitors. Time is running out. Red Alert 2. That would be wonderful to play again. I would love to play Red Alert 2 again. That was fun. Oh wait, no, this is Unreal Tournament, actually. And the same desk my family had for 20 years. Yeah, this is actually Unreal Tournament 2 track. I forget which one. I know this I'm pretty sure this is a song that plays on the map High Speed, which is the train level, the train assault map. Oh. I think my first computer desk was really old. It was really old and it was falling apart. Most of the edges, you could literally, like, if you weren't careful, you could get like a splinter. Like, and I don't mean like a little. I don't mean like a little splinter. Like, you'd get like a big chunky splinter into your fingers, and it would suck. So always had to be. We had always had to be really careful. And they had like a little thing for the a little space for the keyboard, and that eventually fell off. So we had to chuck that and figure out, okay, keyboard now sits in the lamp. Oh no. Rusty nails, huh? Wouldn't those get replaced? Replace a nail one at a time so it doesn't all just fall apart. Bang, bang! Woo! I ain't risking it. I suppose pulling out the nails and then putting in new ones. Putting in new nails might just cause even more damage, huh? Bom, bom, bom. I'm trying to decide what I want to do next week. Quite a bit of a conundrum, because this weekend's going to be packed for me. Let's see, tomorrow morning I'm going to be reading Edgar Allan Poe stuff, and then the afternoon is going to be jam-packed with activities with friends, and then when the night rolls around, I have some stuff I got to do. Saturday, I'll be meeting up with my friend Disaster for their debut moment. We're going to be playing some Dead by Daylight, and I'll meet up with Lego Gorn, and we're going to be playing some Helldivers 2. And then on Sunday, it'll be the Phasmophobia with Lego. I'll be meeting up with a group of friends, and we're going to be playing Bigfoot, maybe some Left 4 Dead 2. Hi, Philip. Welcome in. How's it going? But that leaves me questioning what I'm going to do for, like, the rest of the week, like Monday. Because that finishes out this week. Left 4 Dead 2. Yes, Left 4 Dead 2. Ah, that reminds me, I gotta ask Disaster if we're going to be playing with mods on or not. Hiya! Left 4 Dead 2 is still a good game. It's still pretty solid. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-bam-bow. Yeah, I'm left like wondering like for next week. What am I gonna do for the rest of the week of next week? It's Ken's level from Street Fighter 2. Round 1. Fight. Super Juice. I still have friends on my Steam list. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're up to. But I know for sure that we became friends because we just happened to meet up in like quick play matches of Left 4 Dead 2, or even Left 4 Dead 1. Even Left 4 Dead 1. I put so much time in those games. They're so fucking fun. So wonderful. I remember even when I was moving from California to South Carolina. The day that I was supposed to take my car, because I was gonna have my car like driven on a trailer for me. So I wasn't gonna drive my car across the U.S. I was gonna put I hired a truck, a delivery service to haul my car all the way over to South Carolina for me. And the night before, I was playing Left 4 Dead, and what happened was it was just one more match syndrome. It was one more match, just one more match, just one more match, just one more match. Next thing you know, the sun's coming in through the blinds. I'm just kind of like, oh no. I one more match all night long, and now it's morning. Oh my gosh. Man. Regardless, the people I have put on my friends list because of Left 4 Dead 2, I look at the list, I'm like, I don't know who these people are anymore, but, I feel kind of bad if I was to remove them from my friends list, Man. Oh no, they're single filing us. They're single filing us. Sorry, I'm coming through here. I'm coming through here. You guys have to wait. I was already in the left lane for a long ass time. Y'all should have thought about that. Y'all saw the signs. I was going solo lane. Met this guy when he's your age on TF2. Broke up by making duck noises. Man. It happens. It happens. But no, that's why we always have the good fun times. The good memories, the good solid memories of fun times. I never got anything like that when I played TF2. Never had anything like that. There's so many things I've done in TF2, but like, I think the one thing that I will always remember was, what was the map? I think it was called Well. Or, no, it was Turbine. Turbine was the map. It was one of the Capture the Intelligence maps. Capture the Intelligence! And you had, like, two paths to get into each way. Like, one would, like... Well, no, there was multiple. But, like, the top way had, like, ventilation you could go through. And then on the left, there was like a one path that would take you directly to the intelligence, but it was like a short way. It was usually heavily guarded as well, as best as possible. And then there was another path that would take you through the enemy team's spawn area. And then like in the middle, there was just this one big, huge middle room with platforms and storage containers and the titular turbines. And I was playing on that map. I was playing Sniper. I was Sniper! And I was using the, full set for I forget what it's called. The Sydney Sleeper. I was using the Sydney Sleeper. And the thing was, when I was playing it, the Sydney Sleeper hadn't been... It did not have a headshot thing. It did not have a headshot thing like it does nowadays, where if you shoot a player in the head with the Sydney Sleeper, now it does like a little splash effect. It didn't have that back then. This was like straight up just. It didn't matter where you shot the enemy. you would always get the same exact damage output. So I was body shotting people because it was easier to shoot people in the body with the Sydney Sleeper. It was literally just shoot the person, shoot the enemy, get them coated in Jirate for the few seconds, and my team would just, you know, finish them off pretty easy. Pretty easy. And the enemy team they just started cussing me out. I was like, oh, this sniper's going for body shots. What a loser. What a loser. You should go for headshots. Oh, what patheticness. What pathetic. Just go for body shots. I'm just like, guys, this is Sydney Sleeper. I don't get any bonus for shooting you in the head. Might get another bowl of pasta? Go for it. Go for it. Get the nomages. Get the nomages. Good old Diablo 1 Tristram theme. This was the only track in the game when I was growing up. When I was but a wee gremlin. As a wee gremlin and Diablo 1 first came out and we were playing it. This was the only music track I enjoyed. Anytime I went back into the dungeon, I would turn the music all the way back down. The dungeon music would terrify young me. It would give me nightmares, so I would always just mute it straight up. No! There could be a demon, a giant demon coming out of the floor, and he's banging the drums. The imagination of young Blue was terrifying. Conjure up all sorts of nightmarish creatures. Oh, that's what's going on here. Dun 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 dun. I'm really happy I was able to play that again. It's been a long time. I played it. I had my solo game experience. Beat the game as the titular warrior. Got to see the ending. Got to earn my ending. And then I did co-op, and then I did multiplayer with Iscariot, where I got to finally play, where I got to play as a wizard or sorcerer. Get to play as a sorcerer and get to cast some spells and keep dropping lightning walls on Iscariot and killing him. Hello? Why? Hee hee hee. So funny. So funny. I was gonna do the playlist thing again like last time, but the way my playlist is set up, I thought I had a Warcraft 2 playlist in there, but I did not, sadly. So my idea was I'm gonna click on this and we're gonna play some music in the background, but because there was a lack of Warcraft 2 soundtracky goodness, I opted out and decided to just go with once again with the tracks I currently have on my own computer. So we'll be listening to stuff here, there, and everywhere. From a variety of games, a variety of soundtracks. Curated by myself, since, you know, I can just cut out the tracks I didn't particularly care for and focus more on the ones I did like a lot. I'd play a lot more music though, but, you know, copyright kind of prevents that from happening. Wouldn't want to break copyright, wouldn't want to get banned, wouldn't want to lose my channel. That'd suck. Took the whole pot, huh? What kind of noodles are you using there, Auntie? Auntie. Womp womp. The bow ties? When's my next gas station stop? I need to know. Oh, when we get to Missoula. Got it. I'll have to be mindful. I don't think I've had... I can't remember the last time I had bow tie noodles. I feel like I was at... It was like a... I feel like it might have been like at a family family party kind of thing. It was just like some sort of like side dish. It's like, here's just a very simple pasta dish. People want it. Most times I end up like elbow noodles, manicotti, lasagna, spaghetti, fettuccine. That's what I usually end up eating on the most part. I need gas. Give me some gas. Is that... No, that can't be gas. I was like, that can't be gas stations around there. Just straight tomato, onion, and oregano, and some other stuff. Ah. Adventure time! Let's go! Oh my. Oh my goodness gracious. For me, it's always, for the most part, it's like, unless we're like in a rush and we're just being lazy and we don't have any, normally my family, when we have pasta, we use our family recipe. We have a good old-fashioned family recipe. Good old-fashioned family recipe. Have to make a new pot every month. Any that we don't use gets frozen, tossed in the freezer, then we thaw it out for the next dish. But otherwise, if we're being lazy, sometimes we just use some store brand pasta sauce, meat sauce. Fill up the gas tank. Fill up the gas tank. There we go. Contra 3. This is what this is from. We're on the Contra 3 level 3. This is the jet bike level. Well, you start off on jet bikes, and then you get on a helicopter, and then the helicopter shoots missiles and tries to take out a alien spaceship, and you gotta blast it while missiles just keep going. Bow, 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 bow. One of them... I mean, it's only 6 levels. Only 6 stages, but it's like, for me, it's like one of the more memorable levels from Contra 3, the Alien Wars. You do what you do best. If it works, it works. If you think it's tasty and delicious, then it's tasty and delicious. It doesn't matter what other people say. If you like it, then it's good. Bum, 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 bum. Got some Ace Attorney music in here now. That's a series I wanna start. I wanna stream the Ace Attorney series, but I keep getting sidetracked by other things, and I have gone through so many artists trying to get me into. I'm like, because I want specific art done for when I do Ace Attorney games. But every single time I try to get an artist to do art for me, it ends up falling through. It's so terrible. Oh man. I eyeball it and people like it. Excellent. This is specifically from the Miles Edgeworth Investigations, the first game. I've never played the second game, but they have finally they did like a HD upgrade to the Ace Attorney games, and they're all, to the best of my knowledge, they're all now on Steam. I have the original trilogy. I think I also got picked up. I'm pretty sure I also own the Apollo Justice. And I also have the Great Ace Attorney. Lego Gordon got me that for Christmas last year. And then on top of that, yeah. And then I know the Mile Investigations came out, and I want to pick that up. I haven't gotten it yet because it's been pricey. I could buy it, but I'm a stickler when it comes to prices and stuff. I can be a bit frivolous when it comes to the video game prices. I usually like to try to get them when they're on sale. Sometimes though, if there's a game and I know it's going to be amazing and good, I will buy it outright. You know, like Silk Song. Silk Song was like only $20, and I'm like, you know, I know this is supposed to be a really great game. I know this is going to be a really great game. What's $20? And it was pretty awesome, you know? Pretty solid $20 purchase. And even still, I would like to go back and play it some more. Yes, I got the ending, but I would like to go back and play it more. There are plenty of games, though, that I would like to play that unfortunately I cannot because restrictions and stuff like that. Like, it's more like games that I own, but getting them to work is like a pain in the butt. If I could get them to work properly and it wasn't like a pain in the butt, I would definitely play them. So it's kind of like a situation where it's like, you know, I would love to play these games if at all possible. Some games I do know I can play. I just have to get out. I just have to do it. I learned how to get them to work. I just need to do it. Doom music. Yes, Doom music. The OG Doom soundtrack. Welcome to Idaho. Are you the hoe? No, Idaho. Idaho? No, Idaho. Weedaho? No, Idaho. Y'all-daho? No, Idaho. Have you heard that 3DO? I have not. I didn't even know that there was a 3DO version of the game. I've actually learned a lot of miscellaneous things about the Doom video games. There's this YouTube channel, That Nukem Guy. I've been watching a lot of his content, and it's so fascinating, all the amount of things I've learned about the original Doom series, like Doom 1, Doom 2. A lot of the WODs that he's covered as well, community game WODs. I find it so interesting the different takes people have on some of the levels. Like, I was so surprised that that TNT Evolution apparently had a really bad rap, even though I really enjoy Evolution. that a lot of levels in Doom 2 were just like a lot of people don't like them. Like one of my favorite levels of Doom 2 is downtown, and I found out that a lot of people just absolutely hate that level. I'm like, what? Yeah. I do know that apparently, like, the PlayStation soundtrack is apparently more horror themed. It's got more of like a horror type theme to it. Ah, we are on System Shock 2 soundtrack now. Yeah. Like, there are so many video game platforms that I was surprised that Doom made it on. Like, I knew it was PC, I knew there was a PlayStation, I knew there was the Super Nintendo. I know the Super Nintendo one because I did play the Super Nintendo one. We did rent it one time when, back in the day, back when Blockbuster was, alive and thriving. Doom Game Boy. Oh, there was a Doom Game Boy, right? I think that was the thing. Like, I didn't know there was a Jaguar edition. I didn't know there was a 3DO version. Some versions of the game had a lot of levels cut out. Some versions of the game had like an entire scenarios cut out, like in episodes. Some of them had extra levels that were pretty much exclusive to their platform. So crazy. Please pull in for vehicular inspection. No, go away. Give me my map back. Give me back my map. I am not submitting to an inspection. You could find me if you could, but I turned them off. Haha. Honest to goodness, I wish they would, like... I've turned off the wait stations. I wish they would stop spamming my map with those messages, pull in to get inspected. Like, no. I turned that off. I turned that off for a reason. Stop bothering me with your way station inspections. You usually play it with a wheel. I hear that a lot. I don't have a wheel. And considering my lack of enthusiasm for racing games in general, this is like the only like driving game I play because it's more relaxed. It's a very casual experience because I don't particularly like racing games. So to me, it's just like, why would I get a wheel controller just for like one game? And while I do enjoy Truck Sim, I don't enjoy to the facet of wanting to just exclusively buy a wheel controller. But for the people who do, like I've seen pictures and videos of people with their gaming setup for just Truck Sim games. Like, they have monitors wrapping around, so like they can physically just look left and right to check their mirrors IRL. They have like actual gas pedals to control the speed of the truck. Obviously, the wheel controller. And I think even some of them, they have like another, like they actually have a stick shift controller as well, so they can actually shift gears that way. Very impressive setups, very amazing. Kudos to them for their love of the craft and their dedication and desire to have like such an experience whenever they enjoy the game. But for me, mouse and keyboard's good enough. It's just a chill vibe type of game. On my own time, I just kind of like use it mostly as like a thought organizer. I think my thoughts, I file them away. I get ideas and tuck them away, etc., etc. You know, when I'm not like busy hunting down achievements. Oh my gosh, I gotta get all the achievements. The achievements, they must be mine. Looks like I have to break off here. No. Oh, that's Fear Factory from Donkey Kong Country. Excuse me, car. I was in this lane. I was in this lane and you just try to cut me off? Come, boys. Nani? Why did we get to that category, huh? Herm? Humu? Because cute. Because kawaii. Uh-huh. Bum 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 bum. Wonderful games I would like to play, but cannot for reasons. It's not so much it cannot. Again, it just goes under the whole aspect of like, oh my gosh, it's so difficult. It's so annoying to set up. Also, I'm glad I was able to play a lot of games recently. I wish Good Old Games would pick up some of the other games that I would really like to do, like Freelancer. Freelancer Alpha 1-1, you are cleared for landing. If you don't know what Freelancer is, it's like a flight sim, shoot 'em cargo type game. Get like I guess to get a good idea, like it's really bad footage because this is like back in the early blue, back in my early YouTube career, back when I didn't know what I was doing. But Freelancer was one of the very early games I played on this channel. Before there was a VTuber model. Back when I was just a voice in the void, playing the video games and being all cocky and overconfident with myself, you know, back in the day when Blue was all like, yes, I created this channel because, you know what, I saw other people have YouTube channels, and you know what, I think this is something I can do. What the heck, man? They think they can stop me, but they can't. I'm going through. I'm going through. You can say don't go this way, but I'm gonna go this way, whether you like it or not. Still don't know what you're doing. I feel like we all have some level of not knowing what we're doing. It's just about the confidence. It's just about the acuteness and the confidence to keep moving forward. Just be stubborn and persistent and just keep pushing forward. That's kind of like what I ended up doing. I had my phase of like disappointment with the fact that nobody was watching my stuff. I had low view numbers. Nobody was commenting or anything like that. So, you know, I had my little depressed phase. And then I grew up and I was like, all right, I can't look at this as thinking that people are just gonna be like, oh yes, clearly Blue knows what this Blue is amazing. Let's just watch Blue and flood them with attention and stuff like that. I learned that it just doesn't happen that way. And so I just, you know, I learned to the extent that if I'm gonna do this, I can't be cocksure. I gotta do it. I gotta do it because I want to do it. I gotta do it because I want to do it. And even if, like, you know, things don't work out the way I imagine them to be, just keep going for it, you know. I learned to do it a lot more for me and my persistence and passion and dream of just doing it. And, yeah. And now I am where I am today. Do I know everything? No, not really. I'm sure I'm sure if there could be somebody out there who'd be like, okay, Blue, here's my advice. Follow my advice. And I'd be like, okay, well, if I follow your advice and, you know, learn how, like, the patterns and etc., etc. Learn the algorithm. Learn how to make attractive thumbnails. Learn how to use proper keywords and phrases. Learn how to properly share and do the social media construct of all that jazz to ensure that, you know, I'm out there. I'm sure it could work. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like there's a charm in just, you know, having the slow but steady sure growth. The slow and steady sure growth. Because you know you're not getting ambushed by a billion different people who are all shouting this and that and all of the things. This, that, and the other, and you're just kind of like overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh! 500 people are watching, what? Nani? I can't even read the chat, it's flying by so fast. Whatever. Bum 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 bum. And then we're turning right up here. Why does this truck gotta follow me? Stop following me. You see this? They didn't start doing their blinker until well after I did my blinker. Like, uh-oh, Blue's gonna turn right. We have to sabotage Blue and jump out in front of the truck and make them go slow because they've been traveling too fast. Traveling too fast. It's like there's no such thing as traveling too fast. Where'd that car come from? That car wasn't there. That car did not exist. They just spun that in just to cause damage. There's like, Blue, this car exists suddenly all out of nowhere. I'm just like, why? Why? How did this happen? It wasn't there 2 seconds ago. Does this car want to get squashed? Does it want to get squashed? Does it want to be melted down by... Oops. Does it want to get melted down by my sulfuric acid? By my boric acid? They expect this mostly on Saturday morning. And it's Friday morning, so we still have like a good solid 24 hours to deliver this. But we'll be there in about an hour. An hour in game time. Roughly. Waba. Well, tomorrow is Halloween. Tomorrow's the great Halloween that some people celebrate in the world. Where we dress up And we either go to parties with... We either go... For the adults, we go partying, or we watch scary movies, or we play scary video games. And for those of us who are invested, we get those bowls of candies or snacks or whatever to pass out to the kids who come trick-or-treating. While all the youngsters who are in the spirit and stuff like that, they go trick-or-treating and have a good old time. And then get their snacks and candy confiscated by their parents as they check for... Gosh. Who knows what anybody wants to put in those things nowadays? Why do people gotta ruin a good thing? Why do people gotta ruin a good thing? I've had so many different... Well, I wouldn't say I had so many different, but... I had fairly consistent Halloween costumes. Most of the time I was a Ninja Turtle. How do I be a Ninja Turtle? Green sweatpants, green sweater. Get a yellow coat. A coat with a yellow front and a brown backside. Wrap a belt around the waist. And then get a colored bandana. A couple colored bandanas. One that go across your eyes. Others across your knees and elbows for knee pads and stuff like that. Make sure they're all the same color. Depending on which color you got, depends on which Ninja Turtle you are. Since I wanted to be Raphael, mine were generally red. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong button. I found my other horn. But as I got older, I ended up getting different costumes. I eventually gravitated to Jason Voorhees, so I would get a hockey mask, and I would have like a little plastic cleaver. Sometimes I was allowed to put fake blood on the cleaver and splatter a little fake blood on the hockey mask. And then my last Halloween, I was an alien. I had a glow-in-the-dark alien mask, and it was the typical like stereotype alien, you know, big head, big black eyes. It was that stereotype alien. And then I never went trick-or-treating again. At that point, it was just like, if you want candy, we'll just buy candy for Halloween. It's Galgun double piece credit music. Hello, we have come to drop off the acid. Where would you like the acid? Over there, huh? Hello, workers. I'm here to drop off your acid. Come on tonight, ding boom ding boom ding ding, zoom ding the zoom ding the zoom ding. Teacher went to America in the 90s, talked about how he was a counselor for some camp. They had an axe that they nicknamed Friday the 13th. Hilarious. Hilarious. Jeez. Alright, your acid has been delivered. This is Corone's song. 3 hours talking about Kill Bill? That's about the same length of the movies altogether. Roughly. Alright, company, do you have any jobs for me here? Clothes? Deliver clothes all the way to Kansas. Frozen fruit down to... Ugh. Well, we can go deliver some cables up there. Nah. You know what? Let's deliver cables all the way to Kansas. No, not a quick job. Freight market. The Dalles. Little Rock. Oh, that's big. Construction houses. Clothing. Nuts. I could deliver nuts to LA. Deliver trees. Oh my gosh. Now. Now. That's a $200,000 job. You know what? Sure, why not? We'll do it. We'll deliver the clothes. Moonshine Mill, open daily. No, you said you have a clothing job? Yo, clothing job. Deliver clothes all the way to Kansas. Alright, when do you expect it? Monday morning, huh? It's Friday morning, so I got a good... I got 48 hours. No, I got more than 48 hours. I got 72 hours to get this there. Let's go. Let's go. Big flash sale? No, thank you. Who carries a baby in their womb for 9 months just to name it Buford? So many names, though. You don't know. You don't know. It could be a family name. it could just be a name because they know they're gonna grow up to be a little shit. And they're just kind of like, alright, you little shit, we're naming you Buford. And then Buford, in an attempt to rue out his fate, rue out the fate of being called Buford, ends up being an amazing person and makes a bajillion infinite dollars and saves the world from an alien radiation weapon that would have killed mankind, but it doesn't, because he gave us radiation shielding and cured cancer. Just so that we can go up to his parents and be like, ha! See? I saved the world and cured cancer. And to think you named me Buford because you hated me all these years. Because sometimes spite can be a true motivator in the world. Oh my gosh. How did you do so good? I did it out of spite. I did it to prove you wrong. Get out of my way! I just gotta start using my horn again. I forgot my horn buttons. And now that I figured out my horn buttons, I can start yelling at people. In game. I can use the game to yell at people. Take that, people of the world. You and your artificial lives mean nothing now that I have a horn. Have you seen this gremlin? Shows me with an angry face and the horns on my truck just going wah, 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 wah. If you believe the gremlin is traveling through your area, please pull over on the side of the road and let them pass. That way you do not get run over. Their truck has been fully customized for vehicular destruction. Do not, I repeat, do not get in the way of the gremlin. You may result in damages that you could not afford. And you could never, ever, 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 ever get that gremlin to pay for them for you. Even if it was their fault. They have plausible deniability by being a gremlin. The Honorable Judge Clementine now presiding over the court case. The People versus Blue Whisper the Gremlin. Alright. What's the case? Well, you see, Your Honor, this gremlin was driving this semi across many different states, and they've caused a landslide of destruction. Many vehicles damaged, dented, or otherwise destroyed in a chaotic manner, simply by being on the road between the gremlin and their destination. Alright, defense, how does the gremlin plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. Oh, really? What's your defense? If they didn't want to get wrecked, they shouldn't have been in my way. I was blowing my horn. And I also have grounds that I am a gremlin and I am not privy to your human laws. Case dismissed. Your Honor, you didn't even hear us out. I said case dismissed. What do you mean? Blue is a gremlin. That is irrefutable evidence. We can't charge gremlins in human courts. Thank you for seeing. Thank you for being so logical, Your Honor. Wah, wah, wah. The classic, the loving classic. Guile Sim goes with anything. Guile Sim goes with everything. Let's go. That's right, you get out of my way, you pick up. Oh my gosh. About to burn Gran Turismo 4. Oh, really? Oh, put in these sharp turns. Grillin' fulfillin' on your Brazilian friend who's making a zillion. What the heck kind of road is this? What road is this? Is this the infamous cabbage? Excuse me, sir. If you damage my cargo, I will bring you to court. This is not my cargo, and I am a gremlin. I will utterly destroy you. What the heck kind of road is this? Viewpoint in half a mile. Alright, you know what? Shoot, I'll take a photo. I'll take a photo. I'm not gonna take a photo at the viewpoint, but I'll take a photo as I'm driving by the viewpoint. What the heck am I saying? What the heck am I taking a photo of? Oops. Up is this. Dead Man Pass lookout area. You're my turbo lover, lover, lover. There can be no other when you're driving down. Hear me play this sound. You know, some of these cars are exactly why we have accidents IRL. They just immediately swap lanes. They do the blinker for like half a second and they're already in your lane. You're just like, what? Excuse me? Ow. 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 Sorry. There's some nose hairs that are bothering me and I'm yanking them. I don't believe in nose hair trimmers. I just yank it out. I reach in, I just yank. It hurts like hell, but whatever. You sort of. Sir, you're about to get wrecked. You're about to find out why you don't cut a gremlin off. Oh, now you go back. You just immediately go back. Cut me off, and then he immediately goes back to the previous lane for no reason at all. No reason. No reason. He knows I'm about to catch up and cut him off, and I'm gonna launch him into the forest. They're never gonna find the body. They will never find you, sir. Once I get up to you, they'll never find you ever again. You'll never be found. Once you get up to speed, it's about 5 business days. No, I see them. I'm already there. I'm already there. I am already there. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Slow down, sharp curves ahead. Oh, we'll see. We'll see about that, won't we? Mr. Blue Truck carrying a bull construction back vehicle of some variety. I'll show you. I'll show you. Remember me? No damage. No damage to me. No damage to me, uh-huh. It's going to take him 5 years to realize what happened. And by then it'll be too late. His cargo will run out, be expired. He's never going to get another trucking job because he was late. All because he cut me off. All because he jumped in the left lane for 2 seconds and then jumped right back into the right lane. Could have stayed in the right lane. Could have just stayed in the right lane, but nope. Insisted on cutting me off. And now he has no job anymore. This is why you don't cross the gremlin. If you get perceived by the gremlin will make sure you know it. Anyways, when's the next gas station? I barely even tapped him and he flipped. He got jackknifed. He got jackknifed so hard. Jackknifed himself so bad. It's gonna take 5 years. Lost his trucking license, lost his job, lost his truck, lost his respect, lost his ego. And none of that had to happen. None of it had to happen. All he had to do was stay in his lane. Stay in his lane and everything would have been fine. Would have been fine. But no. He's like, uh-oh. Here comes the gremlin. Let me show him about speeding. I'll cut him off. I'll cut the gremlin off. He's like, no, sir. No, sir. Nobody cuts me off. I have had enough being cut off. Is there a gas station up here? That's a gas station, all right. I gotta let them know I'm coming. If they don't know I'm coming, how are they gonna know to get out of my way? Get out of my way or get wrecked. Those are your options. AI drivers. I am the main character here. I am the player. I am the video gamer. You do not get in my way and then expect to come out unscathed. You will die. You will lose your job. You'll lose your vehicle. You'll lose your dignity. You lose. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. I said good day, sir. The gremlin's coming! The gremlin is coming! You get out of the way! You get out of the way! Does that say cement plant? There's a cement plant. There's a plant that produces cement! How does it work? How does it work? Does it work like in Factorio? You take some gravel, you take some rock, you take some iron, you get some water, you throw it all together, and boom, you get concrete? Is that how it works? It's a plant. Oh, it's the name of the road. Cement Plant Road. Okay, never mind. Whatever. That's weird. That's weird. I got myself another beverage. Another beverage. You can guess what it is and you'll probably be right because it's just another beverage. Womp. Womp. Let's go. It's so funny, I have these mirrors on the front to look at my blind spots and I'm just now realizing, oh, I know what those mirrors are for. Those are for checking my blind spots. Why didn't I haven't been using them before? It's like, oh, because, you know, it's been a long while. I thought they were just decorations up there. Gremlin discovers mirrors are used for checking blind spots around your vehicle when you're on the road to help reduce the significance of automobile accidents when traversing across the United States of America while delivering cargo in a semi-truck. Who knew? Who could have thunk it? Who would have thought? They serve a purpose, they're not just decorations. You know, an interesting video I watched, I don't remember when I watched it or who did it, but I remember I watched this video, and it was talking about the aesthetics and the reason why semi-trucks are so different between those that are in the United States of America and those that are in European countries. Welcome back to Idaho. It was so interesting because of the because like in America, in North America, in the United States, our trucks are designed for the long haul, making sure that the truckers are comfy, knowing that they have to sleep in them, knowing that, you know, they have to the rules and regulations and all that jazz. Whereas in Europe, they also have their own things, and it's not like, and it's like everything's kind of like stacked on top of each other, and it's compact and all that jazz. And also because of the road systems too, because we have in the United States of America, we have all these long, lengthy roads and stuff like that. They're like on the newer side and more trailblazing and whatnot, and hoodads and these and that and the others. Whereas like a lot of the roads that are like set up and set down over in the European countries and stuff like that, you know, they have to take into account like the history, the years and years and years of architecture and towns and cities and stuff like that that were built up over the centuries and stuff like that, and have to wind their roads and stuff around pre-established locales and things like that. And as such, their trucks have to also take an accounting for that and all that jazz. So that's like part of like the reason why there's so much differences. Like there's other things too, but those are the things like I remember off the top of my head. And that is your recollection moment from the Gremlin, brought to you by no particular coherent thought trail thread, but just, you know, random information that I'm spouting off out the top of my head because I feel like just jabbered about the thingamajiggies and all that jazz. Thank you, or either thank you or you're welcome, whichever one you prefer. You're welcome. Citrofolic acid. Citrofolic acid. It's so disappointing we didn't get this song while I was hauling acid. I was hauling 3 trailers full of acid, and they're just like, we're gonna wait for this. We're gonna play this song when Blues hauling clothes all the way back over down to Kansas. Why? Why are we playing this song when I'm hauling clothes and not the acid from earlier? Man. How are you guys doing? Doing alright? I'm doing fine. Things have been pretty smooth sailing since I jackknifed that truck. I don't think anybody's tried to cut me off since. If anything, I feel like the AI drivers are like, uh-oh, here comes the Gremlin. We better give them a clear passage. Oh, is that an exit coming up? I have to take this exit. Don't worry about me, Gremlin truck. I'm getting out of your way. I wouldn't want to get wrecked and end up having to call my insurance company. Like, I seem to be stranded in the middle of Idaho because I got rammed by a truck driven by a Gremlin because I cut them off. They were going like 10, 20, 30 miles over the speed limit, and I decided, you know, I was going to teach them a lesson about proper road etiquette. So I jumped out in front of them and I hit my brakes, and they rear-ended me, and they kept pushing my car until I ended up in the ditch upside down, and then they laughed away. They laughed as they drove away, and their vehicle, their semi, was like completely unscathed, and my car is completely destroyed. How could this have happened? And then they'll be all like, and then the insurance person on the other side is like, okay, sir, I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. You say your vehicle is upside down in a ditch. You're in the middle of Idaho. This all happened because you decided to do a brake test on a truck driven by a Gremlin. Yes, do I have all that information correct? Like, yes, yes, yes. All right, sir, I need some more information about the Gremlin, the driver that did this to you. Were they green? It's like, yes. They have a name badge. No! We're about to send you a message. It's going to contain a picture. We're going to ask you some question related to this picture. So let me just so bing. Like, okay, I got the picture. Okay, yes, this is the gremlin. This was the driver. It's like, okay, sir. Okay. I need to take a deep breath right now. Okay, sir. I just want to let you know that you are AI. You're not real. You're just a bunch of ones and zeros in a video game. Okay? What? What? What do you mean? Like, you're just a bunch of ones and zeros. You're driving a pre-programmed path, and unfortunately for you, your programming for some reason decided to fits out, and you ended up pulling out in front of the gremlin, right? Yes. Well, I hate to inform you, but the gremlin is a player, and we can't cover the insurance on your vehicle because you chose to cut off the gremlin. You gave him one blinker blink, and then you jumped in front of him. That's your fault, sir. So you're gonna have to pay the full damages on your vehicle. But they were speeding, and they were malicious. They didn't just tap my bumper. They shoved me over half a mile and flipped me over and shoved my car in the ditch. We understand that, sir. We understand that. However, we believe that even if we were to go to court with this, you would be seen as the aggressor. Oh my gosh. The gremlin would win. And then the gremlin would be forced to hire you. The gremlin you would actually be forced to be employed by the gremlin, driving gremlin trucks for the rest of your days, forever and ever. And any money you make, 90% of the money you make on these deliveries will be going back to the gremlin. Now, we can push forward with the case, and those are the results that you're expecting to get happen to you. Or you can just despawn out of existence and pretend this never happened. It'll make for a good clip, but you never happened. You're not real. You're not real. None of this is real. The only real thing is the gremlin. I don't understand. How could you just say that? This car cost me $75,000. Thank you. We have The Art of War from the TF2 soundtrack playing in the background. It's done, though. Oh. It fooled me. I thought it was done. But it's on its way to being done. It's not a very long song. I don't need to weigh these clothes. These clothes are perfectly fine. It's almost 30,000 pounds of clothing. You don't need to weigh it. It's not worth anything. Just a bunch of shirts and jeans. Maybe some socks and underwear. Deliciousness. Sorry, my digestive system is resonating the leftover lasagna I had earlier as my meal. As my pre-stream meal. It was very delicious. I've heard that lasagna can be one of those kind of one of those meals that, you know, gets better as a leftover. It gets better as it marinates in the refrigerator and the flavors and stuff mingle and mix and touch each other and sustain themselves in their own unique, wonderful charm. And then when you reheat it in the microwave or whatever one you want to use as a reheating device, deliciousness abounds. It's Justified, the other song I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the Dead Rising soundtrack. Yeah! You corner me to say, oh, how can you live that way? Sentence time, and let me tell you, I am justified. Look to my left and you'll see where I tried. Look to the right and see my crimes. Look through all the lies I've lied. And when I tell you I am justified. Justified, justified. And why I'm justified. I warned you. See my turn to my right to see the crimes. Look through the past and you'll see all the lies I've lied and why I'm justified. Justified. You know what? I could do that again. I could play some Dead Rising again. I did play it one additional time. Like I have my playlist when I did a Let's Play on it, and then I did a stream on it a couple Octobers ago. But I never actually finished it. It was just like a one-shot kind of a stream. Because I was doing that for a lot of like horror games. It was like a different horror game every day, and Dead Rising happened to get its own day. I did talk to my friend Professor Iscariot about maybe trying to do the co-op mode in Dead Rising 2. But all I got out of it was like, wait a second, Dead Rising 2 has a co-op mode? I'm like, yeah, it does. Imagine that. Justified, and why I'm justified. Speaking of Justified, have any of y'all watched that TV show? The crime drama. I need to go over here. Yep, this is correct. There's another Unreal Tournament soundtrack. Hey, you're going to Shoptown too, huh? You're carrying Shoptown cargo as well, huh? Oh, well, I got Shoptown cargo too. Mine's clothing. I'm going to Kansas. Where you going? How much photographer are you? Boyd Crowder. Boyd Crowder. That's the only name I can remember off the top of my head. I was thinking Boyd Crowder. I never like watched the show, but I would catch moments here and there and everywhere whenever it happened to be on TV when I was passing through. Seems very interesting. I'll kind of bring it up too because I know that the series has ended. I know that they ended the series, but through the wonders of cyclical nature, I have been getting YouTube shorts with where people have clipped like little scenes from the show. The most prominent one that keeps showing up in my feed a lot is like the one scene where the Marshall Or the marshal. He's at a gas station. This guy's like talking to me in game. And then the marshal, he splashes the perpetrator with gasoline. And the guy's like, "What are you gonna do? You ain't got daily shit on me." He's like, "It's not the gas, it's not the liquid that burns, son. It's the fumes." You shoot that gun at me, it's gonna go up in flames. You didn't get my gun wet, Sheriff, Marshal. I don't need to get your gun wet with gasoline. As soon as you pull that trigger, and that bullet gets hit, it's going to leave a spark. And that spark's what's going to set you aflame. The spark's going to set off the fumes. And then you'll burn. For what? For nothing. So how about you put that gun down and we talk? Oh my gosh. Mwah. Delicious dialogue. I always get cut off guard whenever I'm looking at my map and I see stuff like that. It's like it's yellow and then there's a long, big old gap and then there's more yellow. And I'm wondering if I imagine it's like kind of like the same reason why whenever like there's like been a whole bunch of major updates and I come back, it's like, hello, we don't know where your truck is, so we would like to teleport your truck to someplace else for reasons and stuff. It's because I guess they're updating the map, and so, you know, when they do these map updates, it loses track. Like new roads or like even more stops like this are put in, gas stations and rest stops, and I guess all these wait stations, you know, that properly, I guess, reflect the time, the change in times. Whoa! Let's go. Oh, we're back on Doom again. This is Sinister. I like this track a lot. I think this is a track I've used a lot in a lot of videos. I used this in a Phasmophobia video. I used this in a recent Dead by Daylight video. When I was playing a Strapper on Eerie of Crows. That was such a game. That was such a match. Wow, we're 13 hours away from our destination, aren't we? 18 Wheels Garage. Yeah, well, I'm passing you by because you're so slow. You know, I'm always like, there's one thing, like, what is it? So I'm doing the Sprite Challenge next week, right? I think I'm probably going to do it on Wednesday night. And, like, the one thing, like, okay. Even though, like, I'm supremely confident that, you know, I'm not going to fail the challenge. I'm going to drink the Sprite, 5 minutes are going to pass, and nothing's going to come out of it. And I'm like, yep, I win the challenge. I win the challenge. No punishments for me. But there is that part of me that's like, you know, I am like insanely curious of the ideas you guys would have. Like, what kind of mess? What would you guys like? You know, like the curiosity. Be like, okay, guys. Like for the first punishment, you know, like I'm like, what kind of silly message would you guys? What kind of silly message did you guys come up with for me to post for the social media thing? Or like, what emotes would you guys like to have? Would you guys have come up with? Or like the this. I should have just gone for it. I should have just went on the shoulder. I keep just braking. I should just stop braking. I should just go for it, slam into them, make them know that, hey, you can't just do this to me. Yeah, just curiosity, like what kind of ideas you guys come up with for like the social media posts, the arts, and the emotes, you know. Just to get a, like, I guess put a finger on the pulse. Because there's that part of me that's kind of like, you know, depending on some of the ideas, I might just end up commissioning those kind of things anyways. Just out of my own curiosity, like, hey, let's just see what happens, shall we? Alright, there's a gas station here. I'm going to pull over and gas up. I'm like at a third of a tank, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous, and I just want to make sure I got gas. I'm just kind of nervous, and I want to make sure I got gas in my tank. In case I get distracted and it's just like all of a sudden I got like beep beep, you're running out of gas, Blue, and I'm like, what? How could this have happened? Gallon oil. Fill up the gas. Fill her up. Only 88 gallons, okay. Because my friend one of the things that they're doing is they also have like a little incentives chart for their because they're debuting. They're doing a model debut tomorrow. It's going to be coming out at, I think it's the event starts at 12 p.m. EST. We'll protect your savings. And disasters also put like little incentive, like little monetary things, like, you know, there's like a monetary flow chart for both personal and community overall, some stretch goals, but they also put in like if new followers jump in during the debut time frame, they'll have a little thing going for that as well. Yeah. And I'm just like insanely curious about ideas and stuff, you know. Does that make sense? I get curious. I get curious. Oh, I do have my high beams on. My high beams are on. So if I get behind you and you're in my way, I will blind you. Rollins. I think we're in Wyoming if that's the case. Rollins, Wyoming. Super Meat Boy, by the way. Hi, James. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How's it going? Speaking of Super Meat Boy, I've been wanting to go back and play that. It's another one of those early YouTube days game I played. It's been so long. It's kind of like one of those things. It's like, you know, I would like to go back and just replay it again, see how much time has passed, see how things have gone. Have my reflexes gotten better? Have I gotten good? Have I gotten so good that, whereas before I'd be like frustrated and be like, oh man, this level's so difficult and blah blah blah, or have I gotten good? Get out of my way, white car, or I'm gonna ram you off the road. Thank you, car. Appreciate it. You saved yourself. Lord knows how many laws I've been breaking in this game. Speeding, running red lights, driving down the wrong way. Sleep schedule being ignored. Vehicular damage. Inventive vehicular maneuvering. Aggressive driving, reckless driving, failure to go to report to race station. Whatever. No fines for me. I did it again. I did it again. I hit the brake. I hit the brake. That's going to take me a while to speed back up. I wouldn't say I'd hit the brake. It's usually like... The brake is like a different button, and that's like... It's the parking brake. I just hit S. Slow down. S is a slowdown and eventually a brake. And once you're at a full stop, then it counts as a reverse. Now, I'm not nearly as upset about this truck being in front of me, because he didn't cut me off, but he is blocking. He's providing an obstacle for me to keep moving forward at my speed. I thought honking at him would get him to move, but that didn't work out. I'm on my way, truck. You best get in the right lane, because here I come. Ready or not. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, no, you did not. You saw that moved into the right lane only after I entered it. Very suspicious behavior. Very suspicious behavior, if you ask me. See, that's interesting. I apparently went on the off-ramp, and then all of a sudden it just suddenly stops. I'm like, why? They changed the way that particular stop works, or what? Crazy. Yeah, I'm thinking definitively next Wednesday, the first Wednesday of November. Probably 7 p.m. EST is when I'll be doing the Sprite Challenge. I want to invite my friend Professor Scariot as a probable judge. As a probable non-partial judge, referee. Laramie, yeah, we're definitely in Wyoming. Laramie's in Wyoming. Welcome to We've Been in Wyoming. We have the Planetarium soundtrack playing. Not Planetarium, that's Planetarium is the name of the track. It's the location in the game Shivers. It's one of my favorite tracks in the game. Hello, red car. You're about to get bumped. You're about to get bumped. You're about to get bumped. You best be moving. You either move or I start pushing you. Oh, you're gonna start pushing. I better back off. I'm over here in the right lane now. I might see if disaster might be open for it. Impartial judge. Blue, you burped. No, I didn't. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I would recognize a burp. I would recognize myself burping. $12,000 from Sarah. Excellent job, Sarah. Did you level up too? Sarah leveled up. She gained a new skill points that's gonna be put somewhere in her skill sheets so she could theoretically make more money. Yeah, buddy. Let's just bob and weave. We're gonna bob and weave here. I don't feel like dealing with this truck. They've been harassing me. They learned we can't cut you off, but we can just put vehicles in front to block you. See how you react. And I'm just kind of like, okay, let's go. Let's go. More Super Meat Boy. This is the battle against Dr. Fetus at the end of the game. Very wonderful. This is Karmiti Barama. The Karmiti Barama track. The introduction does not play in the actual level though. They had that wonderful build up and then they're like, we're not gonna put that in there. Alright, why are you guys breaking? Why are you guys breaking, huh? Why is everybody breaking, huh? Why is everybody breaking, huh? Huh? Why are you breaking, huh? I threaded the needle. I threaded that needle like amazing. Mwah! Delicious. Write that down. Saturday at 8:20. Friday at 11:45 p.m. Clip it. 11:45 p.m. Blue threads the needle. The traffic needle. Delicious. They thought they could slow me down. They thought they could slow me down, but they are rambunctious and dumb. Womp womp. Let's go. 8 hours until we arrive at our destination. Well, 8.5 hours until we arrive at our destination in Kansas. Kansas. I wonder if that's a truck dealership. I always get. There's that part of me that's kind of like, why do they put little question marks on the map? It's either a recruitment agency, it's a truck dealership, or it's a garage that you can buy. If you buy a garage, then you can hire people and buy trucks, so those hires can drive them for you, and you make more money. bum 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 bum. Bada 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 bow bow. Bada 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 bow bow. Bada 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 doo. Ah yes. More Command and Conquer music. Lovely. If I were to give my opinion on Command and Conquer games, I'm only bringing it up because we got music from the series. Because I enjoy a lot of the I enjoy a fair number of tracks from the series. It's only one game that I have I have dislike for their particular soundtrack, but we'll get to it. So the original Command and Conquer, as it's been given the subtitle Tiberium Dawn, but the original GDI versus Sons of Cain, Brotherhood of Nod. I'm sorry, Brotherhood of Nod versus GDI. That initial game. I thought it was alright. It's alright. It's okay. Not my cup of tea. It's a little on the... I would have to see how I feel about it nowadays, because it's like... Back in the day when I played it, it was a bit too difficult for my taste. Back when I was a wee gremlin. Who knows, nowadays, maybe my modern adult human strategy, my adult mind with full strategies and stuff like that might be able to destroy the AI or whatever. But, yeah. Back in the day, it was fun for, like, a few missions, and then everything started getting a bit on the demanding side. A bit too demanding for my young mind. My young mind just couldn't take it. Is that a garage? No, that's a truck. That's a truck dealership. Based on my passing, what that question mark is. But a lot of the music, I enjoy a lot of the music on their soundtrack. Red Alert 1 kind of falls into like the same opinion. A bunch of the early missions are alright. I enjoyed them, but eventually the difficulty ramps up, and I just couldn't handle it. I just couldn't take it. But there were a number of tracks there that I enjoyed. Not nearly as I feel like the number of tracks went down, like overall number. But there are a lot of tracks I did enjoy, but there was also just, I feel like there's a lot I also did not enjoy at all. And then you have Command and Conquer, what was it called? Tiberian Sun. The third game of the series. The one that takes place in the more futuristic, like GDI had their like assault mechas. They're getting mechas. The Wolverines and the Goliaths and their hover tanks and their ion sheet, their firewall thingamajiggies. And the Hand and Nod had their stealth technology and their rocket bikes. And then we had the mutants, the humans that are showing that the Tiberium, while highly valuable and allowing for new technology and branches like that, it started having effect on the human race, and we started getting mutants and shit. And Cain lives! I did not like that one very much. I did not like that one. I feel like that one really ramped up the difficulty a little too much for me. And none of the music, barely any of the soundtracks, I did not like any track, really. No track comes to my mind. No track at all comes to my mind as being even remotely enjoyable. And then there was Red Alert 2. Red Alert 2 was probably my favorite of favorites. It was also the only one I was able to actually beat all the way. I was able to complete it, both sides, both the Allies and Russia. I was able to beat both campaigns, and there's plenty of tracks in Red Alert 2 that I enjoyed. Oh man, and the cutscenes, the opening cutscene was just delicious, wonderful. The opening cutscene for Red Alert 1 was also amazing and awesome, I feel. The Apocalypse Tank, welcome to Texas. Drive the Texas way. I never played any Command & Conquer games after Red Alert 2, though. Never played Red Alert 3. Never played Generals. I had a friend when I lived in Texas. I had a friend, and he owned the Command & Conquer Generals, and to me it was just kind of like the way resources were, because it was like, I think Generals was like they were trying to take a different path. All right, they were like, what if we try to step away from base building? What if we had like, they also had 3 factions too. They had United States, they had China, and then they had the I don't even remember what they were called, but it was very clear who they were taking inspiration for when they were designing that particular faction. And like each faction had its like own little things, like, you know, America had like kind of like fast and punchy units, and it was all about, you know, outmaneuvering. Well, I wouldn't say outmaneuvering, but like out-teching your opposition. You were all about out-teching. China was like heavy. They were slow, but they had like good defense and heavy hitting stuff of their own kind of thing. And then the third faction, garbage stats all around, but they could mass produce. They could keep pumping units out like nobody's business. So they were more about like swarming tactics, you know. You may not have had really good units, but you had a crap ton of units to work with. And they each had their own like way of gathering resources and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. I don't know. As I said, I never played Generals. This is just what I remember from when I was watching my friend play Generals. So, yeah. Yuck. Never played Red Alert 3. Did they have a... I think... Didn't they make a Red Alert 4? And I think they made another Red Alert... they made not Red Alert... another Command & Conquer. But it was like... I don't know. Did they make one? I think it was like Tiberian Twilight. I don't know. It feels like they were working on one, if it never ever got released, but... I feel like there was a Red Alert 3 or 4. Was it 4? I'm getting confused, because I know there was one Red Alert where they had Tim Curry, and he was playing as the, he was the leader of the Soviets. He was the Soviet leader. And, you know... I only know that because, you know, the particular video, I will go to the one place where capitalism has not spread. Space! Oh, man. Was that Red Alert 3 or was that Red Alert 4? I don't know. I feel like around that time frame was also when they were discovering, like, you know, Red Alert 2 can be silly. It can be silly in Red Alert 2 in the Red Alert games. They decided that Red Alert games were going to be silly and, like, the Tiberium series was going to be more of a serious tone. But I'm left wondering, like, did they ever make another game in the Tiberium series? I do remember that they were working on a Command and Conquer game as like a first-person shooter, and it was supposed to be in the GDI versus Brotherhood of Nod timeline, and you're like playing like a mercenary who worked for. Hello, car. I'm about to bump you. I'm bumping you. I'm bumping you. I told you I was gonna bump you. Yep, I gave you the horn. Gave him the horn. Oh wow, we're already 3 hours. I always like this. I just start rambling for a bit. I start rambling about a thing, and I look over. It's like, how much time do I have left until I arrive at destination? It's like, oh, you know, a couple hours. I feel like the last time I looked at that, it's like we were like 9 hours away. I'm like, what? And now I'm looking. It's like 3 hours. What? That's crazy. Where did the time go? There's one thing I definitely enjoyed about the Ace Attorney games. I'm swapping topics, by the way, from Command & Conquer. You know, before we swap topics real quick, I'm going to go back to Command & Conquer real quick. I would say, like, I know that they have the series, but I feel like the thing that's annoying is I would like to play them on Steam, but the annoying sticky fingers that are cross-platform things and companies wanting their own little launchers and shit. It's annoying because, you know, there's games I would like to play, but, you know, other companies decide that they have their little launchers, so it's like it gets annoying. So in point in case, like for the Command and Conquer games, I would really like to play them and stuff like that. But the annoying thing is that I also have to deal with the fucking EA launcher. Even if it's just like some like sort of little brief background nonsense, we're just kind of like, oh yes, we're just gonna open it in the background, launching it off a Steam. Annoying. Let me just play the game off of Steam. Don't worry about your platform. I'm gonna pull over and get some gas since I'm here. Gas station's right there. But if anything, I would really love to play Red Alert 2 again. Because that was like probably when Westwood Studios was like, you know what? We don't have to be serious. We don't have to be serious. I think people will enjoy a very silly setup. Like, well, I mean, we have mind control in this game now. We have mind controlling units. We might as well be silly. I think the most serious, like I always felt like the Soviets were silly, and the Allies were super serious. They had a super serious time. They had a super serious kind of thing. Yeah, there was some humor here and there, but for the most part, the Allies were mostly super serious. They were all super serious, and it felt like the Soviets' campaign was just like, oh, let's just be silly. Let's be silly. I enjoyed that. We have giant squids to wreck the Allied warships. What do the Allies have? Oh, they have dolphins. They got dolphins. They equip them with like these sonic sonar things that enhance their echolocation and say, "Hey, squids, stop attacking our ships." And I'm like, oh no, not the dolphins. Yeah. But jumping back over to the Ace Attorney, one thing I really enjoyed about the games is that I feel like they didn't have to do it, but I enjoy the fact that they did. And it's like each game has their own little like they could have easily kept like the courtroom music the same, but they chose not to. Each game has like its own unique soundtrack that plays, and like characters have their themes and stuff like that, and I really enjoy that. And it's fun too, because even though it's like a different game in different tracks, they still keep like their own like very similar name structure for the particular tracks as well. Like you'll have your like your questioning track, and then when things start heating up, then you'll have like the hot pursuit, the pursuit tracks. And it's always like the same kind of thing too, you know. So Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright has its own unique pursuit theme, and then Justice for All has its own unique pursuit theme, and Trials and Tribulations has its own unique pursuit theme. Apollo Justice has his own unique pursuit theme. Wonderful stuff. I think the only thing that started getting me, I don't know. I know it's not true, but I feel like I got spoiled in the first game, because when I got the first Ace Attorney game, it came with a bonus, because I think the games originally all released on the Game Boy Advanced. Why are you stopped? Go. They came out on Game Boy Advanced, I think, and I got like the DS versions, and I guess to take advantage of the DS's new features and stuff like that, they implemented a new case, because I'm pretty sure Ace Attorney originally ends after 4 cases, but they added a 5th case, and that was to introduce like the forensic science kind of stuff that doesn't reappear until Apollo Justice, which is such a shame. And they introduced, that's how they introduced Emma Skye. I really enjoy Emma Skye as a character because of her love of forensic science and stuff like that, how enthusiastic and excited she gets about it. And that's her introduction into the series, as she introduces the whole forensic science and stuff like that. The whole fingerprint analysis, and what was the other thing she did? This fingerprint analysis, that was, to me, the fingerprint analysis was like the most annoying thing, because you had to like applying the powder was fine. It was the part where you had to blow onto your DS in order to blow the dust off, in order to get, you know, figure out the fingerprints, to pull the fingerprints and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what other, I feel like there was at least one other gimmick thing that they did. I know there was like puzzles. There was like silly little puzzles, like you had to rebuild a vase. There was a vase rebuilding you had to do. That was cool. There was like a safe code, which you had to figure out by, again, it was like fingerprint analysis, but you were also using it to figure out what the code on the safe was, so you knew what the code, to figure out how to open the safe. But I'm kind of glad that when they revisited it, and I can't remember if, I'm pretty sure it was Apollo. I know if they came back with an Apollo. You're getting off the road, sir. You're getting off the road. I am bumping you. You're getting bumped. You're getting bumped. You're getting bumped. Again, I am going to the left lane. They cut me off. If you cut me off, then I bonk you. Just a name. Hello. Happy Halloween. Yes. Well, it's not Halloween yet for around my parts. Halloween's tomorrow, but I understand what you're getting at. Where's your candy? What's your costume? What's your costume? You have to say the lines. You have to say the lines. You can't just demand the candy. What's your costume? And you have to say the line. But hello. Hello, just a name. Welcome in. How are you doing? You're a gremlin, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah-huh. Yeah-huh. Thus, societal law don't apply. Uh-huh. I like how I'm uh-huh-ing you over that whole aspect, and yet here I am slamming into vehicles and saying that, oh yeah, you can't take me to court because I'm a gremlin. Anything I do to you in this game, if you didn't want to get wrecked, you shouldn't have cut me off. So I have full castle doctrine to knock you off the side of the road and into the ditch. And yet here I'm like, yes. Wow, we're already here at our destination. That's crazy. Can you believe it? Point in case. Yeah. We have arrived in Salina, Kansas, to drop off the clothing. That's right, you better move. I found my horn button. Can you believe it? I found my horn button. Yeah, how you doing? I'm just rambling about video games and the Ace Attorney series because we had the track play earlier. Forensic science minigames. Welcome to Shop World, or Shop Town. Doesn't this look familiar? Oh my god, Ace Attorney mentioned Ra. Yeah. I was talking about how, like, you know, I like the I'm on Apollo Justice. Oh, really? Nice. Which case? Which case are you on? Which turnabout case are you on? I used to play those games a lot. That was my go-to game for during breaks and stuff. Proceed to unloading area. Case 2. Ah! Is this your first time playing through it, or is this another replay? The one where you Phoenix Wright got hit by the car, yeah. Mr. Wright! First, so no spoilers, please. Gotcha. No, no worries. No worries. I wouldn't spoil. I will admit, I would like to admit one thing about Apollo Justice. On Case 4, I was stuck for the longest time at one point. It took me 2 weeks to figure out how to proceed in the courtroom, in one of the courtroom parts in this 4th case. It drove me nuts. I eventually gave up and looked up the answer, but oh my god, I was so peeved when I found out what the answer was. Yeah. Alright, Shoptown, what jobs you got? Oh. There we go. I have 30% fuel efficiency now. You have empty packages and empty pallets. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually specifically talking about the 5th case in the first game that they added in when they brought the game over to the DS. And they introduced Emma Sky and the forensic science puzzles. If we fill all the truck upgrades, will we be able to return into Optimus Prime? No. No, there's no Transformers crossover. Alright, you know what? We'll see what jobs are available in town. Yeah, the only game that I know that I have that had a Transformers crossover was World of Warships. Diesel. Insulation panels. LPG. What's an LPG? What the heck is an LPG? Propane. Yard truck. Curtains. Utility poles. Rail car mover. Nuts! You could deliver nuts! Liquid propane gas. Oh, really? I did not know that. The municipal truck. Dry fruits. Aircraft engine. Oh. There's used packaging. Used packaging. I'm already at that place. Garbage truck. Oh, man. Hey, Ramon. Welcome in. How are you doing? How's the sprite thingy? That's gonna happen next Wednesday. I think I'm gonna do it next Wednesday at 7 p.m. EST. That's what I'm currently thinking about doing. That's a terrible job. $2,000 to go that distance? No way. That's lame. I'm not getting paid enough for that job. Doing good? Having a good day? Nice. I'd rather deliver the garbage truck. Where's the garbage truck at? I'd rather deliver the garbage truck. Refuse to believe someone won't burp after 6 sprites. It's not... it's not doing all 6 sprites. The challenge is you're not supposed to do it after even a single bottle. I drink 1 bottle. I win if I don't burp after drinking the first Sprite and 5 minutes pass and no burping. It's that simple. I only continue onward to an additional bottle if I fail the first... I only continue if I fail a bottle. That's how it works. How is it confusing? You drink 1 bottle. I said I give myself 6 chances. Can we decide the size of 1 bottle? No, I already bought the bottles. I already bought the bottles. The bottles have already been bought. You can't just change the rules. Alright, I have to run to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. Enjoy the Street Fighter 2 credit music. BRB. Okay. I am back. I am back. Hello, I have returned. Sorry about that. Alright, we're getting this dump truck. Where's the dump truck? We have 41 minutes to get there. Ugh. If you're still here, just a name, since you brought up the Sprite challenge, I have a curious question for you. I have a curious question for you. What kind of suggestions would you make if I fail the challenge? What kind of art pieces would you suggest? I don't think I'm gonna make it to 41 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Because I have the two things. I have like I have the one free art commission, and then I also have the emotes suggestions. A Mona Lisa, but with my face on it. Oh my, that's a good one. Oh my gosh. The temple. Masonic temple. That's a Masonic temple. Oh my gosh. Look at these parking jobs. Crazy, yo. No trains coming. I might actually make it and get that dumpster. That dump truck. Let's go. Hey guys, I heard you have a dumpster you want me to deliver. I'm here to pick up a dumpster and deliver it in garbage truck, sorry. Alright. You want it delivered by Saturday, 11... Oh, you're giving me only 5 hours. I got 5... Oh, okay, never mind. It's not 5 hours. It's, until 6:12 p.m. to deliver this. Overall. Alright, so we're 4 hours away, but we got about 6 hours to deliver it overall. Yeah. Right then, 5 hour, let's floor it. Yeah, their initial expect. Oh wait, no, it's 7. It's 7 o'clock right now. It's 7 a.m. They're giving us a time window between 11:30 and 6:10 to get this delivered by. That's our window. But we're 4 hours away from our destination. There's no way. Yeah. Oh, rusty anchor, going down, down, down. Oh, rusty anchor. But yeah, I've been wanting to return to. I would like to stream again the Ace Attorney games. I started the first one. I think I did the first 2 cases. I don't remember. I don't remember if I did one or the first case or the second or the first 2 cases. Mr. Krabs? No, that's not Mr. Krabs. I don't remember his name, but he's a demon. He's a speed demon. He's a sidekick character in the game Grim Fandango. It's an adventure game by LucasArts. Came out in the 1999. You finished the first trilogy though, right? When it comes to the Ace Attorney games, the only games I haven't played is the Great Ace Attorney, and the Miles Investigations 2. I haven't played the second Miles Investigations 2 because that was region locked for the long. They never released that game to the U.S. for the longest time, but since they did a HD update on it and they released it as part of the Miles Investigations pack, so yeah, I'll be eventually able to play that. But I've played the original trilogy. I've played the Phoenix Wright trilogy. I've played the Apollo Justice trilogy, and I have played the first Miles Edgeworth Investigations game, and I've also played Ace Attorney meets Professor Layton. I played the crossover with the Professor Layton game as well. So yeah. I also have not played any of the DLC cases that came in the DS games. The Spirit of Justice and the whatever the other one was. I forgot the second Apollo Justice era game. So I want to say that's maybe 2 or 3 DLC cases I have not played. I know there's one DLC case in the one where Athena Sykes joins the crew. And I don't remember if it's just 1 or 2 cases in Spirit of Justice. Dual Destinies? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Dual Destinies. I always forget that one. I always forget the name of that one. I will admit that Dual Destinies is probably... I don't know if it's just because I played so much Ace Attorney by the time I got to Dual Destinies. But Dual Destinies, I feel like, was the easiest of the Ace Attorney games. Every Ace Attorney game, there may have been like one part where I might have gotten stumped or stuck on for a little bit. But eventually I would surpass it. But Dual Destinies, there was never a moment when I was just kind of like, I have no idea what I need. I have no idea. There was no trial and error. It's like, that's the answer to this question. That's the answer to this question. Most of it was pretty straightforward, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed it because I didn't feel like I had to look up some outlandish answer, if that makes sense. But yeah. Currently watching my brother play Ace Attorney for the first time. He hates puns, so when he met Mr. De Killer, he almost lost it. I am Shelly De Killer. Man, doesn't like puns. Probably, imagine telling him all the names of the characters of originally, like Phoenix Wright. His original name was Naruhodo, which means I see. I see, Naruhodo. I'm surprised he didn't cringe over Dick Gumshoe. Hello, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Like, oh my gosh, that's the same. It's the same name 3 times in a row. Hello, Detective Dick Gumshoe. How are you doing today? Investigating any crimes today? I told him that he wants to stream, but the story actually hooked him. Ah. You know, I'm rather pleased about the whole Ace Attorney games, because for the longest time I did not play them when they were released. And the only interest why I even got into playing the Ace Attorney games was a lot of the YouTube poop videos where people would make a whole lot of like they would make like they would take sound clips from other from sitcoms or movies and stuff like that, and they would they would use the Ace Attorney sprites as representatives and do silly stuff with them like that. And in spite of that, it felt like there was so like it feels like there's an open case for so many spoilers, and yet despite that, I never felt like I had ever gotten really all that spoiled for any of the Ace Attorney games from all those videos I used to watch. There was only one spoiler at all, and that was because the way a certain character behaves differently, and their character sprite kind of changes as a result of the plot twist being revealed. It's detective. What's the story if so wild it can't be spoiled? Yeah. And honestly, my first Ace Attorney game was actually the Miles Edgeworth Investigations. So that in and of itself kind of gave me my character introduction. Like I learned about Miles Edgeworth and Francesca Von Karma and Detective Dick Gumshoe through that game first, and then I played Ace Attorney. So it was kind of like a shock when I went from from the little meter as your health bar to the explanation points in the first game, and then being reintroduced back to the bar when Justice for All came out. Give me just a moment as I jump through town. There we go, town pass. Starting investigations first must feel weird. It's a reference heavy. I know, especially when you run into Mr. Payne in the hallway. Mr. Payne in the hallway. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth, but if you need any assistance in the investigation, I will gladly help you. It's like, excuse me, you're the most incompetent DA in our office. What do you mean? What do you mean you'll help me? You know, the funny thing is, I feel like the most tragic thing about the character's Ace Attorney is the particular character I feel like I can relate to the most. There's one character I sadly feel I can relate to more than anybody else in that game. And to me, it's like, I was not expecting to be able to relate to this character as much as I do. And that is, that's Mia Fey's, that was Mia Fey's mentor. The large guy. Oh my god, my hemorrhoids are acting up! And there you go, that's the relation. I never thought I would relate to an Ace Attorney character on the level of, oh my god, I know the pain. I fully understand the pain of having hemorrhoids and having hemorrhoids act up. Oh my god, why is this so relatable? Grossberg? Yeah, Mr. Grossberg. Oh my gosh. Noting. Gremlin has hemorrhoids. It's just an annoying thing. I try my best to keep it under control and treated. It's not my fault. It haunts me. Why would I want to go around? Why would I go around, map? Why would I go around? Is it because I go on that bridge? I'll find out, I guess. Oh, maybe that's a bridge and I go under it. Maybe that's it. See, look, we arrived before we even hit the window. They're expecting this truck between 11:30 and 6 p.m. and we're here at 10:30. See? So easy. So easy. We're arriving in a full hour before they're expecting it. Yeah, we go under. There's a bridge and we're going under it. I see now. You sit or squat when you poo. I hear squatting is bad for hemorrhoids. I'm a sitter. I sit. I don't squat. I don't have a reason to squat. I sit on the toilet seat. I have no reason to be squatting. I don't do my business out in nature in the public eye. You'll never spot a gremlin squatting in the woods, unless in the yard. Speaking of toilets, I gotta go. Take care of business. Take care of the business. Don't get caught soiling your britches. Take care of business. Where do you need this? You want it over there? I feel like I can do that. Oh. Okay, that might be a little more trickier than I thought it would be. Okay. I thought I could just pull in, but, you know, whatever. You want it in that tight spot? Ugh. I keep turning it the wrong way. This is why I stopped doing this. This is why I stopped doing this. There's a reason I stopped doing this. Where do you want it? So much focus. It's getting in there. It's getting in there. I'm moving it in there. It's getting in there. And we just kind of wiggle it back and forth a bit, like this. Boop, boop. Welcome back. See, I did it. I got it in the spots. I can do it. I can back cargo in. It just takes me a chunky chunk of time, but I can do it. My focus was so heavy. Borates. Why would I drive? Why do I drive 900, almost 1,000 miles just to get paid $4,000? When I can drive even less. Used packaging. Man, lame. 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 Yeah. That's a bonus pay. Now we can buy more Sprite. Alright. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here before they before they find out that, you know, anything happened here. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Bye. 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 I'm out of here. Alright. If there was any sort of job here in this local area, freight market, Omaha, highest paying job is deliver forklifts to McAllen, Texas. Followed by a yard truck, a municipal truck. Cars? Yeah. Can we steal a container? No. No, if you back up to a container, if it's not part of a job you've accepted, the trailer thing does not work. A mobile screener? What the heck is that? Large tubes. What's the cheapest job you got? Oh yeah, the moving containers. Man. Yeah. No stealing. No stealings allowed. Alright, we'll pull up to the stop and that'll be the breaking point. If we push it, no, that doesn't work either. Pushing doesn't work either. You may have noticed that if one was paying attention, you'll notice that when I was backing that dumpster in the space, it could rub up against things, and the only thing that would move would be it. I couldn't just like shove all the other cargo containers out of the way and be like, hey, I'm moving my container here, so take it. It's highest paying job. Highest paying job is this milling machine. I gotta drive all the way to Washington. Seattle, Washington, and then I gotta drive this all the way down to Cape Girardeau in Missouri. But I'll get $200 for it. No way it's happening, but hey. Beep, 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 beep. St. Louis, Missouri, I could get that mobile screener. A tamping machine. A tamping machine. I don't think I'm gonna get down there in an hour, though. A lot of these jobs are like high paying. It's like, oh, that's cool. But I can't get there in time. So what if I took it as a quick job? If you take it as a quick job, it's less money. And you have to drive somebody else's truck. But it is what it is. Omaha and Council Bluffs. Man, crazy. So let's see here. I haven't seen Indio, Blythe, Mojave, San Jose, Modesto. I've been almost everywhere in Oregon. Washington. Now, I haven't been to Sandpoint, Lewiston, Salmon, Ketchum, Pocatello, Sheridan, Vernal, Rangeley, Steamboat Springs, Fort Collins, Alamosa, Carlsbad, Burlington, Sydney. Well, I haven't really been over here because these are the new states here for me. But as far as Texas goes, I haven't been over to Lubbock, Odessa, or Dalhart. Crazy, yo. Crazy. Can we get to New York? Okay, first of all, I'm going to have to tell you, number one, no, we can't get to New York. We can't go to New York. The furthest east we've gone in terms of content is Iowa, Missouri, and Arkansas. All these other states. New York, you can barely make out New York over here where I have the mouse hovering. That's where New York is. That's where New York is. Second of all, the White House is not in New York. White House ain't in New York at all. Not in the state of New York at all. Now, maybe New York has White Houses, but it doesn't have the White House. If that is any information for you. Where is it? It's in Washington, D.C., in the District of Columbia. Alright. Turn off the music because I'm wrapping things up here. Yeah, that's it for today's stream. What was it, like three deliveries? 3 deliveries today? What did I do today? Delivery log. I delivered boric acid from Billings, Montana, and we take it to the Dales in Oregon. And then from there, from the Dales, we took a cargo of clothes down to Salina. And then from Salina, we delivered that garbage truck to Omaha. Oh, man. Gark. Crazy, yo. Yeah, District of Columbia is between Virginia and Maryland. And again, those are further east than America Truck Sim has. allotted. The next state we're getting is Louisiana, which is right here. This is Louisiana. We're getting that next. And they've already talked about what's coming after Louisiana. That's going to be Illinois, which is this state right here. Which confuses me because you're missing out on North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And if you're wondering why I didn't point at this right here, this landmass, that's because it's part of Michigan. And this is Michigan. This pit here and this glove here, that's Michigan. Brush up on geography. Well, if you're not from America, it's completely 100% understandable that you might not be fully aware of locations of things and stuff in America. It's no different than from me being like countries outside of my purview. There's probably areas like, oh, well, you know, why don't you go visit the Cathedral of St. Petersburg in Moscow, in Russia? And so be like, but St. Petersburg Cathedral isn't in Moscow, Russia. It's actually over here. I'm like, what? All right. That's it for today's American Truck Sim stream. Tomorrow morning for Halloween, I will be reading a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe works. The Raven, The Pit and the Pendulum, Fall of the House of Usher, Telltale Heart. Anything else I find interesting in my Edgar Allan Poe collection, book collection over yonderville. We'll find out in the morning. It's mostly probably going to be more of his well-known stuff because, quite frankly, I don't know. But yeah, look forward to that. And, yeah, until then, yeah. Alright, everybody. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, ciao for now. Ciao for now. Bye.